If you've ever wondered about replacing your roof, I'm sure you've thought about the question, how much does a new roof cost? It's one of the biggest questions in the roofing industry. We get it all of the time. And roofing prices are based on a lot of different factors. They change month to month, year to year, especially lately with as much volatility as we're seeing in material price changes. But we still want to put out some information to help people understand what is it going to cost if I need to get my roof replaced. So right up front, I'll tell you, most homes have an asphalt shingle roof. Right now we're seeing asphalt shingle installed prices come in about $6 per square foot of roof surface that you have. So $6 per square foot. The average roof in Denver that we find is about 3,000 square feet. That's 30 roofing squares. So at $6 per square foot, the average asphalt shingle roof price is coming in about $18,000. As of right now, we're in January 2022. But that's not the only product available. There's a lot of different roofing products. They all have different costs associated with them. And even for a single product, depending on the roof that you have, you might find a really wide variation in what that roof costs. So I told you about the shingles. You were starting at about a $6 per square foot. It can be as low as $5.50 per square foot, and it can go up as high as $9 per square foot for an asphalt shingle roof. Now, for metal roofing, which is one of our favorites to install, it's very long lasting, durable, and energy efficient. Metal roofing is going to cost between $11 and $15 per square foot installed on your home. Okay, and there's a lot of factors, and we'll talk about those other factors that can determine what's on the low end, the 11, and the high end up to the $15 per square foot. Now the next one up is stone coated steel. That's going to run usually between $10 and $13 per square foot installed on your roof. Stone coated steel is a great product. It's metal. It's not quite this what you think of when you think of a metal roof with the long vertical panels. Stone coated steel is going to give you a much more traditional appearance for your home's roof. The next one up, I have it labeled as DaVinci over here. Really, there's DaVinci is very popular. We install DaVinci synthetic slate and shake. There are other manufacturers of synthetic slate. Bravo Tile is one. But in general, for synthetic tile that is slate or shake style, that's going to be between $14 and $19 per square foot installed. This day and age right here, January 2022. If you like the look of synthetic and you like the look of slate or shake, there's another product. It's a relatively new product, but we've had a lot of great success installing F-Wave. And there's other synthetic shingles as well, but F-Wave is one of the more popular ones. F-Wave right now is coming in at between $9 and $14 per square foot installed on your home. So I want to point something out about F-Wave. Because of that price point, it's encroaching up into the asphalt shingle market. You'll see $9 here, $9 here for F-Wave. F-Wave is between $9 and $14 installed. So if you're considering a premium asphalt shingle roof, F-Wave is something to definitely give some consideration. They have a 5-year hail warranty, which there's nothing like that of its kind anywhere in the roofing industry. So something to think about. One of our favorite new products is F-Wave. And then finally, concrete tile, which you do see a lot of here in Denver. There's some clay tile, a lot of concrete tile. The installed price for concrete tile is going to be between $10 and $14 per square foot installed on your home for a full roofing system. Now, this is not an exhaustive list, of course. This doesn't include commercial materials, which we also install, flat single ply membranes. It doesn't include, like I said, clay tile, and there's lots of different roofing options out there. These are some of the most common and some of our favorite. Now, what can determine if you're going to be on the low end or up on the high end of these ranges is a lot of different factors. For one thing, it's the steepness of your roof. Most homes in Denver have a steep pitch to them. If it gets above, say, a 25-degree pitch, which is more commonly known as about a 712 pitch, there does tend to be a higher installation cost with that. So if it's a really steep roof, we need ropes and harnesses. It may take us an extra half day or a full day to install that, so there's a little bit more cost. Also, the height of your roof. So how tall is your home? Is it a single story? If so, it's probably going to be in the lower end of these numbers over here. If it's a tall 2 or 3 story house, there's additional expense associated with installing that roof. If there are layers, and what we used to see in prior decades, it was common for roofing contractors to install a layer of shingles on top of shingles that are already there. Now that's no longer very common because that creates additional risk of wood deterioration, and it could potentially lead to leaks and other issues in addition to the weight that you're putting onto your roof. So we don't do layers anymore, but we do have to take off those layers. So if your roof is one that there was prior, 1 or 2 or 3 layers installed on addition to the base layer, it takes a lot of work to get all of that material off and then also disposed of properly. Another factor, and there's a lot of these, another factor is the complexity of the roof. So how many corners and facets does your roof have? If it's just a straight up and over, it's probably going to be less expensive. If there's a lot of cuts and turns in the roof, that's more complex, takes a little bit of extra expertise and time by the installation team. Another factor is penetrations, and big ones are in particular going to add to this price point. Things like chimneys and skylights that require highly detailed work and flashing those to keep them leak proof. Finally, the last one I'll mention is the substrate. What kind of condition is your roof deck in? Most homes are built with plywood roof decks. Some of them are plank wood. For residential, we don't see a lot of metal or concrete decks. But if you've had leaks in the past, that wood may have been rotted, and we need to replace that. So there's an extra material cost in getting new plywood. There's extra installation costs in tearing out the old and putting in the new. So if you have maybe some water leaking in, or you got some wood rot, there's going to be a little bit more on the high end of these numbers that we've been talking about over here. So as we said, there's lots of different factors that can cause your roofing price to stay on the lower end, or it can be up on the higher end. Lots of factors depending on your location as well. These are, Vista Roofing, we're in Denver, Colorado, so these are highly localized to our area. If you're in a different area, you may find that your roofing costs are going to be a little bit different. Now, with these, I mentioned earlier, for a shingle roof, the average price is $18,000. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for any homeowner. So ask your roofing contractor if they offer financing. We work with several different financing partners that have really flexible solutions to homeowners, including things like 12 months same as cash, deferred payments with no interest, and then just regular term loans secured, unsecured, without any lien against your property, with pretty attractive interest rates. So there are ways to make that price feel a little bit less daunting. And really, at the end of the day, it's all about your roof. Every roof is a custom project, and that's one of the reasons why it's such a reward for professional roofers to be able to work on every individual roof as a custom project tailored specifically to the needs of you and your family and your home. So if you happen to be in Denver, Colorado, give Vista Roofing a call. We'd love to come see your roof, give it an inspection, share our photos with you, tell you what we think that roof may cost to replace for you. If you're outside of Denver, call a professional roofing contractor. Look up their Google reviews, check their licenses, check their insurance to make sure that they're reputable, and then get a price. And if you're comfortable with how you feel about the contractor when they're there at your home, if they seem trustworthy, and if they give you a fair price, then you probably got a good contractor on your hands. Go ahead and sign up with them and get your home improved and your roof replaced. Anyway, that is the basics for what a roof costs in Denver, Colorado in January 2022. Have a great year. If you need a roof, give us a call.